Welcome one, welcome all to the Funhouse. I am Uncle Salty. This is episode 16, and it's playtime. Today, we're going to be unboxing, reviewing, and talking about the Masters of the Universe Classics, Icer. Now, Icer is an extremely obscure character. He was created in the 1980s Filmation cartoon series for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. He is such an obscure character that he was actually only in one episode, which makes me quite surprised that they decided to make an action figure for this character. But then again, I'm not 100% surprised because if there's money to be made, people will inevitably try to make it. Let's start with the box itself. You see the classic Masters of the Universe logo on the top, as well as the standard Masters of the Universe Classics backdrop with the moons and the lightning and the Castle Grayskull bricks in the backdrop, as well as the Castle Grayskull bricks in the forefront with the name of the figure at the bottom of the box. We turn the box around and we see a cross sell for 6 figures in the line, as well as a picture of the Filmation character, Icer, and a bio on the figure. The bio states, Icer, evil master of cold. Real name, Iceliel of the Outer Stylia clan. Originally from the outskirts of Stylia in the Ice Mountains, Icer is a master of controlling cold weather. Skeletor recruited him after realizing a need for evil agents in the north and exploited him when Whiplash failed to obtain the Ice Raider from King Randor. Skeletor ordered his new frozen ally to take over the northern weather station and create cold weather all over Eternia, while he himself attempted to steal the Ice Raider. Icer has freezing powers and melts into water when he needs to get out of tight spots. Now, let's take a look at the figure itself. And we're going to start with this weapon right here, which is actually the Staff of Avion, and it is a weapon for the heroic winged warrior Stratos. So it's kind of interesting that they decided to put a weapon for another figure in the packaging for Icer. And now we'll take a look at Icer himself. And there he is. And we'll take a look and see how tall Icer is. And he stands at 6.5 inches tall. And just to get an idea, we'll bring in another Masters of the Universe Classics figure, stand them side by side so you can get an idea of the size differential between the figures. Icer stands at 6.5 inches tall, and this figure stands at 7 1/4 inches tall. I like how the Masters of the Universe Classics line makes their figures proportionately correct, not just in the height, but in the actual overall size of all of the figures. Now let's take a look at the articulation for Icer. His head rotates from side to side and moves up and down. His arms rotate 360 degrees in both directions. He has movement at the shoulders, has a swivel at the bicep, a swivel at the elbow, and rotation at the wrist. He has an ab crunch, and his waist rotates as well. Movement at the thighs, double joints at the knees, very tight, a swivel at the boot cut, and his ankles slightly rock up and down. Comes with this weapon right here, which can be used as a spear or as a club. Now, if we take a look at the detail on the figure, as you can see, he has a very rigid ice-like face design, and I like his white eyes, which makes him look extremely villainous. You have the translucent blue on the body with little bits of frost all over, which is very nice, very detailed. This figure, very detailed, as opposed to the cartoon character, which has no detail whatsoever and is extremely basic. I also like the detail of the furry hood, as well as the fur around the wrists and the standard furry loincloth and the furry boots. I think that's kind of cute how they do that. He's supposed to be the evil master of cold, yet they put him in a winter outfit. I think that's kind of funny. But all in all, an extremely cool figure. This was the first figure to be released in the Club Filmation line, which you had to have a subscription to actually get this figure, and it was released on my birthday, July 15th, which is kind of cool for me. Until next time, revenge is a dish best served cold.